focus. Tell us about what.
So first stop done. To be fair, they didn't have a great selection. I mean, one is not much of a selection.
Follow me.
We're in Canterbury today and we're just gonna go down. We're gonna start from the top of the high street and go all the way down to the end and we can see what cookies the high street offers.
If we see the Archbishop, we'll get him on camera.
He's a private man. I need to get into the rhythm of this. Okay, next stop spotted. There's a Pret. Let's go see what Pret's got. Okay, so we tried Pret. They had two. So they had like an almond butter and a chocolate, which I have actually had before. And they also just had a chocolate chunk, but Starbucks also had a chocolate chunk. So we went for that. We're just passing Nero. So I think that might be stop number 3. Okay, so we're in Nero. We've got another chocolate chunk cookie. That just seems to be what's going. And we've also got our Pret cookie and our Starbucks cookie.
Focus.
Okay, it's got the crisp when you bite into it. It's got that chewiness, but it's quite dry.
Annabelle, tell us about the flavours.
Flavour-wise, there isn't any. I can taste the chocolate, obviously. It feels like it was baked fresh, but yeah. I feel like I'm going to be generous with these reviews, so I'm going to give it a 5. That's quite generous. It's fine. It's honestly fine. Okay, next up we've got the Starbucks cookie.
Tell us about why you're putting that face, Annabelle. Is it delicious? Say something. People of Starbucks are listening.
I have nothing to say. I don't want to be mean. Because what if someone from Starbucks, what if the person that makes these cookies for Starbucks is watching this?
You've got nothing nice to say.
Don't say anything at all. Do you want this? Okay, so honest review, 2. Again, I feel like I'm being very generous in this video. Very, very generous. Okay, let me talk you through the texture. You don't have the crispiness, it's more crumbly. The taste is like an artificially flavour, which I think is coming from not just the chocolate, but also from the vanilla inside. It's quite sugary, quite granularly, which I don't personally enjoy. It means they've not creamed the butter and the sugar enough. It's just a waste of money. Next up we have the Nero cookie. We're in Nero, so maybe we should be nicer. Try this one. I'm going to go for a bit with the chocolate. Okay. Immediately.
You don't look as disgusted as you did after biting the Starbucks one.
Immediately I can feel just by holding it, it's like more of like a bakery style cookie, so it's a much softer cookie. There's no crisp at all. Like I got nothing. Like it's a soft cookie. Again, I don't love the flavour because I don't like the chocolate, and I think it's because we're spoiled. We use really, really nice chocolate at Dunk, and this is quite artificial. I think that's the overpowering flavour, is the dark chocolate, but it's not like a nice cocoa-y dark chocolate. Like I said, quite artificial. There's not a lot of vanilla in the dough. There's no texture in the dough. Like it's completely the same in the center as it is on the outside. I'll give it one more try. It's just boring. It's a boring cookie. It's marginally better than the Starbucks cookie. Out of 10, I'm gonna give it a very generous 3.5. Start with Pret.
Okay, so I'm approaching these cookies from a non-baker's perspective.
Yeah.
It's more of a man on the street review. First thing I notice as a cookie connoisseur looking at these cookies is that none of them are the right shape.
What do you
There's bits missing, bite marks. None of them are round, but tear a bit off. Beginning with the Pret a Manger.
This is the one I gave, is it a 5 stars?
So I think I'll reaffirm what you said, Annabelle, when you did your review. I sat there filming you saying, she's going on about texture for ages, she's not talking about the flavour. Texture's alright with that one.
Yeah.
Crunchy, chewy. I don't really enjoy the chocolate in particular.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to try the central bit a bit more. I like the central softer bits the best.
Like visually, this was the least appealing. Like it was just like all the same colour. I just thought it probably looked a bit overbaked.
Yeah, that would put me off a little bit because I do like that slightly underbaked kind
Whereas these ones look a bit more golden, but actually, yeah, that was my favourite of the 3.
Yeah.
No, what do you rate it?
I'll rate that out of 10. You went for a 5, didn't you? Something in that ballpark, like a 5.
Yeah.
Next up, I'm going to go for the Starbucks one, which I've heard really good things about from Annabelle. Really looking forward to this one. Yeah. Wish me luck, everyone. I don't think I hate that as much as you do, but it doesn't have like the crisp on the outside and more of the chew in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like the same consistency all the way through. Yeah, there's not much flavour, not getting like a sort of a decadent super chocolatey.
Let me feed you, it's sexy.
It's degrading is what it is.
Okay, so what do we rate it?
So last one was a 5.
I gave this one a 2.
No, that'll be a little bit higher. I'll go 3.
So
What's that thing that Prue Leaf says on Bake Off? It's not really worth the calories, is
It's
it?
not worth, that's what I think. Okay.
This one, like,
The Nero.
as you can see, for shape, I mean, clearly the staff have bitten into this or something. This one looks the best as far as I'm concerned. Annabelle said it feels a bit softer, like it's very breakable compared to the others. It's a bit of a mulch, but it goes down easy enough because it's like soft and...
Yeah, but do you think it I think it's not even as good as when you get like 5 in a pack for £1, you know? Or like 4 in a pack for £1.
It depends. No, because some of them are pretty awful.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 4. I'd be slightly more generous.
Okay, that was good. Let's keep going.
I'd love to know the backstory of this chair. Who sat there? How small was their behind? How muscular was it? And how tight were they clenching?
Okay, I feel like we were in agreement from like most of those.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You're all in the same ballpark?
So we're being fair. We didn't confer before. We're just on the hunt for high street brand cookies because we don't want to talk dirty on any independents, however good their cookies are.
Or we don't want to praise them either because they're competition.
Shut up. I know there's a Subway down here, and obviously a lot of people have a lot of things to say about the Subway cookie. He personally doesn't rate them, but I've quite liked them in the past, but I haven't tried one for probably like 5 years.
I've eaten 100, which you wouldn't think of someone who doesn't like them. But
He went around America and he said the only thing between me and a Burger King was a Subway. So he ate a lot of Subways because he's not a Burger King fan.
that's your choices when you're in the Wild West in the middle of Albuquerque or New Mexico.
He said that Subway wouldn't serve him a single cookie, like one cookie by itself.
That's true.
They would only sell him 2.
I went into a Subway in Florida and said, could I buy 1 cookie please? They said, we don't serve 1 cookie. They just gave me 1 for free because I refused to buy 2. So they're very...
They just didn't understand that you would only want a single cookie.
Why would one person want 1 cookie? Which is a good question.
I mean, that is what we ask ourselves. Have a little look. So we know there's a Subway down here. I can see it. I think that's the next stop. Subway it is.